What's up, everybody? Swiftwings here, and welcome to Dark Souls. This is not just going to be a playthrough of Dark Souls. This is going to be a walkthrough for completely new people to the series. There are many walkthroughs out there. A lot of them are really good, but most of them make the assumption that you already know what you're doing a little bit, and then they take risks that don't seem like a normal first-time player would do, you know? So this is my take on a first-time person's walkthrough. It's not going to be 100%. I'm not going to show you where to find everything. I'm going to show you what I found to be the easiest way to get through the game. So, let's go on and get into it. Alright, so we're just going to go through and pick some stuff. I suggest going with the Pyromancer for your very first time in the game. That does some things that will just make everything easier. So, right here, Master Key. Get the damn Master Key. Physique, whatever, face, whatever. You can pick whatever you want. Let's be a commoner. Let's go wild hair. And just because we're messing with fire, we'll go dark red. So let's accept this and go.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath, the Scaleless, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen echoes of the accursed dark side.
Here we go.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Hello. And now we are in. So this isn't like Elden Ring and the later games. You don't start with the weapons that you're going to have for your class. You have to go find them. So we'll come through here and we see these guys. They won't attack you, but you can attack them. You will get some souls. It's not much, but you know what? Every little bit counts. Alright. So here we go. We'll come into here. Don't worry about him. He's in the water. The water just makes you slow. Climb up the ladder. And then we will go out into this courtyard right here. And get our very first bonfire. You can rest at it. You can't do much. We haven't unlocked the ability to do anything yet. So we'll just head on. Now, before we walk in there, just take a look around, and you see him up there. He's going to jump down on you. So, if you look right there, there's a doorway. That's where we're going. So just run over there by holding circle. Get in, and we're safe. He can't get us. And we got another bonfire. So now we'll go this way. We have a guy at the end of the hall that will try to shoot us. Duck in here. Grab your shield. Go ahead and put it on. And then run at him holding the shield up. Sometimes he'll try to shoot you even still and he won't run away as quickly, but that time he ran away. So now we can get rid of this busted sword and get the hand axe out. And then we'll go up there. Once we get about halfway, hold your shield up. And then we take him down, go through the fog wall. Now we're above the courtyard. And that looks like the dude that was that threw down the key for us. Oh, but we can't get in there. First thing to do, though, is to come over here and open this. You can go rush the bonfire if you want. It probably might be best, especially for this next part, if you happen to forget. He rolls a big ball down, so we can come in here. And Taco right here.
You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Hit yes.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringest the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Tasty.
Oh, and this.
Undead Asylum F2 East
Now I
Key.
must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Thank you, good sir. Now I'll take my leave. Okay, so now we'll head up here, and remember, hold the shield up. He died. Hold the shield up. And you can see I held the shield up, but I still took some damage, and that's because this shield does not protect 100% of damage that comes in. It does not block it all. If you look right here, damage reduction percent, physical is only 65% of the damage that comes in does it block. So fairly soon we will be looking for a shield that does more damage reduction than that. So we'll use the key he just gave us and open this up. And then we'll come right out here. And then right here is our last item, our pyromancy flame. So I will go ahead and put that right here. So just come over here, take a step back, let them come to you. Nope, 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 nope. Watch out for that attack. That will kill you quickly. Shield up. Then we'll come in here. This guy right here, he's more of just like a... You can practice parrying with him. Though, honestly, I've never been good at parrying these guys. And they can use Estus. I think they only get one, though. Go ahead and take him out. We're using him pretty much as just another source of souls. Alright, once we get through this fog wall, the boss, the one that was up there at the top, he jumped down whenever we were running into that little door. He's going to be here. We are going to need to get in there, lock onto him, drop down, and hit him. Because if not, then he will jump up and he will smack us with the club and knock us to the ground, taking a lot of damage anyways. So before we go in, heal up. And apparently he wasn't waiting. Okay, I was having trouble locking on, so... Alright, here, try to stay to his back. Two-handing does more damage. Just take a couple swings, back up. Don't get greedy. And we're done. As long as you... The biggest thing that kills people in this fight is they get greedy or they get anxious and they just jump straight into it. Take your time. If you need to be a little bit slower, be slower. Just do not rush into it. Try to stay behind him and watch out for the slam attacks. And everything will be fine. If you need to do it a couple times, you need to do it a couple times. Who cares? You got to learn the moves. And you still hell walking, right? Like, he's dead. What's down there? Guess we'll find out later. So now we use the big pilgrim key that we just got. And we are now outside of the asylum. We're up in the mountains somewhere. Somewhere up in the north is what they said. Where, nobody knows. First thing, take a left right here. And then come down. Soul item. Very important. Soul items are always important. Right over here, you see the nest. That is where Snuggly is. Snuggly is a little crow who you can trade items to, and you get other items in return. So now we'll just walk up to the edge and take a look.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Here we go. Yes. Okay, so first things first, rest. Level up. Go in vitality first. We're trying to get to 20 vitality as quickly as possible before really we do anything else. Okay, so now that we're there, you can talk to this guy right here. He will tell you that there's not just one Bell of Awakening, but there's actually two. There's one up above in the church, and then there's one down below in the Undead Settlement, or the Undead Berg, Undead Settlement. Blighttown. There we go. It's in Blighttown. And then right over here, we have our Firekeeper. She had her tongue ripped out, so she can't talk. So just give her a little bit of peace. It'll be okay. So reinforce the Estus Flasks. This is how you make the Estus Flasks heal you more every time you drink from it. And if you notice, we actually have 10 flasks now, where before we only had 5. That is because she is here. She is here powering the bonfire so that we get 10 flasks per time. Later, we'll be able to get more, yes. But right now, anytime you see a Firekeeper, you will have 10. You can also kindle or give humanity to the fire in order to raise the amount of Estus that you get at that particular bonfire as well. We'll be doing that in a few places. We'll come right over here. We're just going to do a few things. Get it out the way. That way, in the next episode, we can jump straight into the Undead Berg. So grab the items that we're doing here. And then we'll take a right here. Come on. You can talk to him. You cannot talk to him. He gives miracles if you have enough faith, I think it is. I think you have to have a high enough faith level in order for him to actually speak to you, sell you stuff. You can also get a gesture from him. Well, we'll come up here. And then we'll come into the hole and we'll drop down. We'll come over here and we'll start at this one. We'll grab this. Cracked red eye orbs. I believe those are used for invasions. I haven't used one in so long, I don't really remember. Morning Star and a Talisman. Morning Stars do strike damage or blunt damage. And it also has the spikes on there, which I believe adds bleed on top of that. Talisman is for performing miracles. Homeward Bones, we're going to be using those at several different instances. Very, very helpful item. Lloyd's Talismans have very particular uses. They disable somebody from using Estus within a certain area. They also have another use that I will show you how to use it so that you have a lot less heartache. So now we'll come here. Skeletons. Oh, you're thinking, skeletons, that's not bad. Nah, bruh. These skeletons are fucking a pain in the ass. We're coming in here fully expecting to die. Just grab this Vihander. It's a very viable weapon for the build that we're going for. It's not what I will be using, but if you choose to use it, you can. Oh, I think I got myself stuck. Ooh, I got out of it. Wing Spear. I've seen a lot of people that love using the Wing Spear. I just cannot do it. It's just not my thing. So now we'll come over here. They are still following us, so keep moving. Grab the item. Hop down. Jump down, and then rest at the bonfire. Resting will reset them, so now we have a couple more items over in that area that we can go grab. First, turn left. Follow this, don't fall. Grab the soul item. Now we'll come right over here, and you see the item right there that we're going for. And yes, there are skeletons right there, so just be careful. Hop down, grab it, and run out. Hop down, and then jump. Rest again. Alright, and now we're going to do one more thing. First things first, we are going to, well, take that off. And that, don't need that. We are going to put on the Homeward Bone. We are going to do something fairly hazardous, which is one reason why we used our souls that we had. Because if we lose 250, we lose 250. It's not a huge loss. What we're going to do is what's known as a suicide run. We are going down to an area that is way too high level for us to grab an item, fully expecting to die. However, if we get the chance, we will use the Homeward Bones to get back home without dying. That is the optimal thing to happen. Will it happen? Who knows? Sometimes this game gives you breaks. Sometimes this game just says, no, stop, you die. But yeah, so step on this. We'll go down. Okay, now we will come out this way. Coming also to this area also allows us to get some higher level soul items as well. So if you need the levels, if you need to level up, you have some higher level soul items that give you more and allow you to upgrade better. This guy right here, we can talk to him.
This is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't cry. I'm Ricky with Vinay. I was once an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it?
So, he's a smith. I've actually never used him. There's 3 other smiths in the game, and I use them, and I've actually never used him. So, just beware. He is there. If you do want to use him, or you do need to use him, you can. We're going to go up this staircase. and open this door, which we used the master key for. Turn, grab another soul item. So that is an area that we will be coming through at another point, and we will head down that way much later in the game as well. But now is the reason we came over here. To do the dangerous thing. Oh, here we go. Oh, first, grab this. S-stock. It's basically just a bigger rapier. So, this right here is Transient Curse. Transient Curse is an item that is needed for this area. However, do not use it right now. You are not strong enough to fight the ghosts. The ghosts that are in there, once we get in there, you cannot hit them unless you have Transient Curse. Unless you have used Transient Curse. However, you are not strong enough to kill them anyways, so you will just end up dying and wasting the Transient Curses. We will use the Transient Curses when we come through New Londo later on, so just keep them in your inventory and don't use them. So now we'll run across this way, and we will come across over here. Here, in just a second, we will need to start running and just go, which is now. There's the ghosts. Turn right here and run. Grab. Oh no. Nope, I'm dead. I'm dead. So learn from my mistake. Make sure you have Homeward Bone in the slot before you get over there, because instead what I did was I drank an Estus flask and ruined my time that I would have been able to get back to the bonfire. But it was just 250 souls, which I know I said earlier, souls are souls, but for what we just got, I think those 250 souls were worth it. So now we can come down here, speak with our firekeeper, reinforce the Estus flask, and now we have Estus flask +1 before we've even really started the game, which means we will get more healing every time we use a flask, which for a new player, that is huge. So this is where this episode is going to end. If you liked it, smash that thumbs up button, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.